It's all because of you. Very very happy.
Talk, I request our Chairman Surendranathan to escort Chief Guest. I also request Divakar Shetty and Venkatesh 5P, Treasurer, Institution of Values, to occupy the seats at the dais. Today we will have a talk by Engineer Gerard D'Souza on Alzheimer's dementia. This we have been planning for many months, so we could not get the right date for this. Today we are having a update on our AGM. So Gerard D'Souza will brief us on this Alzheimer's dementia, which will be useful to all of us. To start this function, for blessings from God, I request our Sharma ji to.
दोर्भिर्युक्ता चतुर्भिः स्फटिकमणिमयीम् अक्षमालां दधान हस्तेनैकेन पद्मं स्थितमपि च श्रुतं पुस्तकं चापरेण भासा कुन्देन्दुशङ्खस्फटिकमणिनिभा भासमाना समाना सा मे वाग्देवतेयं निवसतु वदने सर्वदा सुप्रसन्ना.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Venkatesh 5P, Treasurer of Institution of Values, to welcome and introduce our Chief Guest, Engineer Gerard D'Souza.
Gerard D'Souza, a brief profile. Son of late L.C. D'Souza, renowned police officer and philanthropist, and late Evelyn D'Souza, government officer and philanthropist. Schooling in St. Aloysius College, Mangalore. Bachelor of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, BE from University of Mysore. MIE and Chartered Engineer, Institution of Engineers, IEA, Kolkata. GDPM Diploma in Construction Management from the premier NICMAR, National Institute for Construction Management and Research, Pune. Was the student leader of engineering of the Engineering College. Presently into construction and consultancy. Founder member of Karnataka State Christian Minority Development Council, which had a 120 crore rupees fund for various development projects like education, women self-help groups, Kirusala or microfinance, self-employment, etc. with the Chief Minister as chairman. Provided leadership for this newly formed council and was proactive in structuring it through the teething troubles. Having met Mr. Richard Schroeder from Seattle, USA, a director of Alzheimer's facilities for 35 years in USA, founded MAA, Mangalore Alzheimer's Association, with support from all the renowned psychiatrists, neurologists, social scientists, business leaders, Lions Club, Rotary Club, and a wide cross-section of society with eminent citizens. MAA has been active in creating social awareness on dementia, especially Alzheimer's dementia. MAA has organized a landmark Alzheimer's panel discussion moderated by Dr. Prabha Adhikari with eminent professionals as panelists. The recording is available on the MAA page on Facebook. He has enlightened society on Alzheimer's dementia by appearing on an hour-long talk show on television, Daiji World 24/7. Spandana TV on World Alzheimer's Day, many TV programs to create awareness. Radio phone in hour-long program on Radio Sarang. His service has been recognized throughout and inaugurated the World Alzheimer's Day observation at Dr. A.V. Baliga Hospital, Udupi. By addressing meetings of the Rotary, Lions, Spurti Trust, KMC Nava Chaitanya, St. Dominic Church, Active Aging Group, and many social gatherings. Reached out to society and suffering families through the MAA page on social media, Facebook, Twitter, where international renowned doctors and specialists post useful information on dementia. Has interacted with the government and Health Minister Sri U.T. Kadar for seeking support with definite plans to improve the conditions of dementia sufferers. He has created huge awareness of Alzheimer's dementia by reaching out to the visual, audio, print and internet media. He has brought the youth into serving the dementia cause by involving many youth organizations like Center for Integrated Learning (CIL), KMC, Sayadri, St. Aloysius, St. Agnes, Necte, Yanapaya, Besant, Canara, students of many institutes. Building a dementia village is his projected plan to facilitate the late stage Alzheimer's affected. As a vision, he visualizes providing leadership to facilitate service to the Alzheimer's sufferers. I now present before you Mr.
Two pages of information. All the best, sir.
Good evening, friends. It has been a very long thing, more than what I could talk, I think my introduction was. Well, thank you very much for having me here. In fact, I was there in Hotel Woodlands yesterday, and I didn't find anyone there. So then I called our chairman, Mr. Surendranathan, and I said, where is the gathering today? Today is the talk. He said, no, it is tomorrow. Then, today at 6 o'clock, I get a call from Mr. Surendranathan, say, Mr. D'Souza, where are you? I said, I am at home. What are you doing? He said, I am sleeping. There is Alzheimer's talk, dementia. What dementia? What Alzheimer's? Where? Saffron or which saffron? Where? Totally unconnected. This, my friend, yesterday when I said I went to Woodlands, that is what we call forgetfulness. I knew there is a talk, I went to Woodlands, which is generally the place, but I didn't know the date. Today when Dr. Surendranathan calls me and says, Alzheimer's and where are you? I am blank, I just can't place it. Even when he reminds me, there is no context. That, my friends, is dementia. That is bordering on dementia. And dementia is a wide range of subject. Dementia is basically what you can't do your normal thing. Now if you are dressing up or doing a simple cooking thing, and you totally are not in a position to do that, your mental faculties are not cooperating with you, that is dementia. Well, as this forgetfulness part is generally misunderstood. People ask me like, oh, we are forgetting, so have I also got Alzheimer's? Unfortunately, Alzheimer's is a disease or the disintegration of the brain cells. There is a beautiful explanation that is given. I fortunately did this massive online open course of Tasmania University, which any one of you can do. It's a online course where if you don't get 70 in each chapter, the other chapter won't open. It's a simple thing, but it is there. They say that they define dementia as an irreversible death of brain cells, which is caused mainly by a variety of reasons, variety of diseases, leading to first mental and then physical degeneration. But the beautiful part, now when they say that there is no cure, now we all know, that is why a lay person, when you compare to the medical people, I am a non-medical person. But other day, when for World Alzheimer's Day, I was invited by Dr. Venkatrai Bandari, psychiatrist, CMO of A.V. Baliga Hospital, Woodpee. So I was taken aback. Woodpee is a birthplace of engineers, where KMCs, all doctors from world over come and study there. I from Mangalore had to go there. But then he had a different feeling. He said, you are connecting to people, and we being doctors, we have a different approach, or rather our reach is limited. So I went there, and then that's what, when I reached out, I was feeling odd actually in being a non-medical person, a medical CMO, and the other, the founder of that hospital is also a surgeon, senior person. But that connectivity I have seen, we lay people, because doctors have a limitations in this, when you say it is Alzheimer's or dementia, they can identify that it is dementia, which I told there also. It was the talk was in Kannada. ಅದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೋಗುವಂಥದ್ದು, only then you go there. ಆದರೆ the doctor has his limitations. Then once you say it's dementia, there are 100 types of dementia. So then to tell you which is what, that becomes very difficult for the doctors. I will explain you there, because I had many encounters with people calling me and then blaming the doctors and all that, which is something I will get into later. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, George Fernandez, Muhammad Ali. Well, I am not talking about some Amar Akbar Antony movie, but here when you see, it is, they are united, they are so secularly united by dementia. All the three of them, huge personalities in their own right. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Bharat Ratna. None of us saw him receiving the Bharat Ratna. The president went to his house, and even then we didn't see him receiving. George Fernandez, from our own district, who is such a huge personality, today I heard that he can hardly speak a few words, and that too in Konkani. One who won elections in Bihar, in Bombay, cannot talk any other language, a few words of Konkani, because that again there is a reason, what your brain initially as a child, when you grow, if there is, then that old memories are stronger. Again, Muhammad Ali, the boxer, he is suffering dementia, but then that is Parkinson's dementia. You can see that because of boxing, his movements, physical movements and all are limited. So these three personalities can give you an indication of how this cruel, sad, cureless disease, well, because Richard Schroeder, the American friend of mine, is the reason why I have started this, because he was a director of Alzheimer's back in US. I accidentally met him here. He refused to say it's a disease. He used to say Alzheimer's affected. He would never call it a disease, and he used to love being with such people. Which for me it was, well, I told in Udpi that nange enu bartide, spelling ondu bartittu of Alzheimer's. Apart from that, I hardly knew anything. But today when I meet, integrate and involve with people, it is such a sad thing. When you say it is terminal, it is terminal. We know only of cancer as terminal, whereas cancer has got cure short of today, whereas this is only a one-sided, one-ended journey. Whereas the Australian coach, what they suggest here, not to give up hope. There they concentrate, they say that if it is timely you are given, we make strategies in a time-bound fashion and apply it to these people. The quality of life we can enhance in the dementia journey. That's how they say. Because we can't say that just because there is no cure, we become desperate. I've seen families suffering hugely because our focus, Mangalore Alzheimer's focus is on caregiving. Because there is nothing when the doctors, now what is our role? Now doctors invite me, say this because the caregiving part is the most difficult part. Richard Sadler used to say that the caregiver is the first victim. Which happened, I will explain in detail. Now there is other part. Watching TV, now Dr. Prabha Adhikari, who is one among my main reason, because she is the geriatrician in KMC. Her father suffered Alzheimer's. It is again a tragic thing, but because of that she has taken this lead, and there are 10 to 12 active aging centers she has started. She sent me a mail saying that watching TV for more than 4 hours, not having physical movement and a diet, this and especially women are twice as susceptible than men to dementia. The various types of dementias are different, but not to lose hope. If you have a 12-week program where they concentrate on the physical part, memory clinic, there is a memory exercise and a diet. If you follow this religiously for 12 weeks, there is a brain expansion. That is not me, I am just quoting the survey what she has told me. So there is hope, and here in Mangalore we have KMC and there are 8 to 10 centers, and our people now through you I could convey, because to any senior people whom you see, again once you are reached, Dr. Keshav Pai is the HOD of KMC psychiatry, he was telling me, we can't do anything once you are diagnosed with it. Whereas if it is, you touch around 60 years of age, you can come to the memory clinic where they will give simple tests, and that you will know where your memory level stands. And if you are identified, then there are memory exercises. I see Mohan Raj, there are Smita Pai, there are counselors who get these people together and do this simple memory exercise which strengthens your brain. So you can delay the onset. So there is hope in either way. This is there. So our effort, Mangalore Alzheimer's Association effort, is forming the social group, because it is Dr. Olinda Pereira, who is the founder of Roshni Nilaya. She is actually the one among the reason whom I have great regards. They have started this service long back. She used to say that there is stigma attached, since it is a mental affected disease. People don't open up, they don't divulge that there is someone at home suffering from that, because they will feel, maybe Mangalore is a smaller city, you may not get, people will talk back. So because after we started and this has become an open thing, there are a lot of people coming now. This morning I had a call from a Muslim family, which me and Richard had met 2 years back. That person is naturally, it's terminal, he is suffering more now. But we have reached out. My appeal is, I call this as a medico-social case, like we have known medico-legal thing. This is doctors and society. If your involvement is not there, if social involvement is not there, doctors anyhow can't help. They can provide just an indication that you are suffering from dementia, but there is no cure. Millions and billions are being spent world over, because we have a friend in Germany and all that. There it is much common, not unlike in India. But there is no cure, and lot of work is going on in research. Every time we find in paper something has come, some development, but not in our lifetime. I am sure nothing is going to happen. So let us be aware of this, and because we, the caregivers, are the ones who will get mentally stressed out, because the behavior keeps on changing. One who is affected, each day he talks a different thing, and they will be our own loud people. So that because of that, we try to understand how they behave and we change our attitude. We cannot expect them to change because they are not in a position to change. With that, I think I will give you a more detailed explanation here. Well, this is what I told you. It's a general term for loss of memory and other mental abilities, severe enough to interfere with daily life. Yes, physical changes and later mental changes. Dementia is not a specific disease. It's an overall term that describes a wide range of symptoms associated with decline in memory, everyday activities. See, this is the dementia umbrella where you have Parkinson's, where Muhammad Ali is that, frontotemporal, vascular. If you have a stroke, then you will have this type of dementia, around 20%. Here comes Alzheimer's, the maximum. 50 to 70% of dementia is Alzheimer's. So, Lewy body, that is another special additional bodies come and disturb the brain. So, that is another type. Around 30% others and 70% is Alzheimer's. So, that's why dementia is incorrectly referred to as senility. Mudi Bhranti, Arlu Marlu, Sair Bairantala Heltare, which is wrong. That is an aging process. This is a physical deterioration of your brain. You can't call Praya to so it has become Arlu Marlu Anta. No, dementia is a disease which only progresses. So, well, Alzheimer's, vascular, memory loss and other symptoms of dementia, problems with language, abstract thinking, misplacing things, personality changes, familiar task, ade batte hakudu to make an egg, you forget all that, disorientation. Don't forget, people with dementia have problems, short-term memory, that is it. Long-term, when your childhood, like George Fernandez and all that, he'll remember the older things, but day-to-day things, no. Bhul gaya sab kuch yaad nahi aaya. This is one of my friend did this, just like he had helped me in this. Bhul gaya sab kuch means here it is not dementia, it's forgetfulness. Professional evaluation may detect a treatable condition, that is it. If there is, instead of waiting for a later stage, if you are having a, this is where the doctors can help you. Even if there are symptoms suggesting dementia, early diagnosis, he can get a better quality of life and maximize the lifestyle. Common types, that is dementia, Alzheimer's, vascular dementia, dementia with Lewy body, frontotemporal. These are all different types, so there is more medical thing. Causes, see here you can see, this is the healthy neuron. This is how our brain circuit is. These are the neurons which everything is transmitted. Whereas this is the damaged neuron where you will have protein deposit or dead cells, which is like an electrical circuit which jumps, it bypasses. If there is, that is where your memory and your other activities get distorted. Here, this is the brain. This is the main reason. Now here you can see brain has different parts. Intelligent, judgment, behavior and all. Each dementia is different because it affects different parts of the brain. Now if it affects this hippocampus, that will have memory loss, it will be Alzheimer's, whereas other parts, based on that it is differentiated. Different types of dementia with particular type of brain cell damage. That's it. Here you can see frontotemporal Alzheimer's. In Alzheimer's, there is high levels of certain proteins. That's what I said. The brain region called the hippocampus is the center of learning. That is here. That gets affected first in Alzheimer's. And that's where first your memory loss, it starts with that. While most changes in the brain cause dementia are permanent and worsen over time, thinking memory problem caused by the following condition may improve. Now just see. This is reversible. There is a chance of reversible thing. Depression, well, with certain time you can get over that. Medication side effects. Excess use of alcohol. Now Dr. Ravish Tunga, we had a panel discussion. There he said, now there are news coming time to time that alcohol is good. If you have 30, it is good for the system. They say that. Well, as you don't stop with 30, you will have more, and once you have more, you will not eat. This was his explanation. Once you don't eat, it will generate other enzymes and things like that, which will lead to Alzheimer's. So, saying that alcohol has no effect is wrong. Alcohol has an effect, but it is reversible. Thyroid problems, vitamin deficiencies. Dr. Prabha was telling me there was one patient, vitamin B12. So it was totally dementia, but she asked them to pump vitamin B12 and she recovered. So suddenly we can't think that Alzheimer's has got a cure, but the reason was different. It was vitamin deficiency. Well, as here, diagnosis, this is what I said. Doctor can diagnose that it is Alzheimer's or it is dementia. Well, as to specify, doctors can determine that a person with dementia has high level of certainty, but it is harder to determine the exact type of dementia. I had one person from Oman who called me. His mother was suffering. So, Dr. Ravish Tunga, I can tell the name because they are aware, I told them. He was treating for more than 1.5 years. And our panel discussion is uploaded on the Facebook MAM page, Mangalore Alzheimer's Association page. So this gentleman's son has 10 times he has seen that panel discussion in Oman. It's not my talk of all professional doctors. Then there was another doctor, Shivanand Pai, who is a neurologist. He came, Dr. Ravish Tunga told, you go meet Jaran. I said, when he called me, why are you meeting me? What I can do? No, I want to meet you. Then he said, I would like to meet Dr. Shivanand Pai, who is a neurologist. Then okay, they took the mother there, and then again he called me from Oman saying that Dr. Ravish Tunga was treating is wrong. Huh? Because it is Parkinson's and not Alzheimer's. I just listened, I said fine. But then I met both of these doctors together for one meeting. I told that, you put to Dr. Ravish Tunga. He is the legend in this part of the 2 months you take to you and meet him. He also laughed because it is not possible, the best doctor in the world, it is not possible to diagnose because it keeps on changing, your behavior keeps on changing. That's why they are told dementia they can tell, but which type? That is, then Shivanand Pai treated him as a neurologist and he found some reasons for Parkinson's. So when you say doctors, why I tell this is, we are not qualified to complain on these doctors. Since it's our mother, people close to us, we will say that doctors are wrong, it is okay. But doctors are not wrong, it is such a affliction that no doctor in the world can indicate and make a change on that. In some cases, doctor may diagnose dementia, not specify a type, see, exactly. Special neurologist or geropsychologist, that is geriatrics. Treatment and care, treatment of dementia. In most cases, including Alzheimer's, there is no cure and no treatment. Well, caregiving is the treatment. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, there are 2 ladies here. That is our effort to reach out. But there are drug treatment that temporarily improve the symptoms. That is, it is not a cure. Temporary, if you are excited and all that, it can temporarily help you. No drug therapy elevates some symptoms of dementia. Psychiatrist's role in dementia. I have been treating you for months. Has your memory shown any improvement? Who wants to know? Says the sufferer, because they are lethargic, they are not bothered. That is the difficult part. It is risk and prevention. Some risk factors of dementia are inherent. like age, this is mostly age related. After 65 and after 80 it is much more. Gender, as I told you, ladies are more susceptible. Genetics, family history, that is there. If there is, here, these are the preventable risks. Here is your pressure, heart, your exercise, smoking, keeping your heart in good cardiovascular. See, these things can reduce the risk factor. Physical exercise, like normal thing. That's what in active aging, Dr. Prabha's thing and all, they are doing this. Diet. Diet, what you eat is the greatest impact on your brain health. Here it is. Worldwide, 58% of people with dementia live in developing countries by 2050, just imagine. There comes the bomb. Alzheimer's disease is not curable. Progressive and slowly. This is the worst part because they can live to a maximum of 20 years. Imagine, 20 years you have to take care of this person who degenerates every day. So the caregiver, now that person won't be in a position to know what is happening, whereas the caregiver has to be aware. Now by my telling this, once you are aware of yourself, you can take it as a gain. If you know, now I had a case where a lady called me from Bombay, our Mangalorean lady, her father suffered this. She was a top executive in a 5-star hotel. She quit the job, taking care of the father. In few months' time, she had the stress and she was admitted to a psychiatric ward. It is a tragic thing unless it is your own people that happens, and unless you detach yourself, have a group like this. That is what Mangalore Alzheimer's Association is doing, because if there is no cure it is fine, but when you find a group similarly suffering people coming together, it gives you a psychological advantage. Nobody is immune, ladies and gentlemen. We are all supposed to be susceptible. Good news is, if diagnosed early, progression can be prevented. That is what, all can go and have a checkup after 60, and then you will know where your brain stands. Create a awareness of early diagnosis. That is what I am trying to do. Volunteer group, that is what is our group. MA. What is Alzheimer's disease? Here you can see the neuron, normal one. Alzheimer's, see, these are the tangles, these are the plaques, amyloid plaques, these are protein deposits. So this is where the circuit gets blocked and your messages are not conveyed. What are the risk factors? Age, naturally, age, genes, depression, poor education. Well, poor education, because other day I was meeting my friend, advocate P.B. Ray. He told me his uncle was the HOD of KREC, AV Ray. I don't know, electrical.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Yeah,
He told me his father's brother was so close, late, I think around 70 years. He was in Stanford University or Cornwall University. From there he came, he was the HOD of electrical. He suffered this. So then we can't say it is just poor education. Maybe there are other reasons which we cannot say, but he suffered. So when it is NITK people are here, such a brilliant brain also had and suffered the same thing. Social isolation, again, having groups and having, again, Mangalore Alzheimer's Association will help, because we will have a group there. There are so many families calling me, talking, just because someone will talk to you, listen to you, that itself consoles them. When they don't have anything, when only that person and you are there, it's your mother whom you can't relate to. Every day she's your mother, you think she's your mother, but today she is not what she was. But it's not easy for you to relate. That is where the group and talks like this help. Diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, and me, obesity. So I'm here, I think no one will be as obese as me. So I am the most susceptible guy for this. But maybe the other things can help me, and being aware of all this, maybe I may survive. So obesity is One more thing, I told Dr. Ravish Tunga, here you are, 10 warning signs. Memory loss affects day-to-day abilities. Here she is gone to make an egg but he doesn't know. Problems with language, disorientation in space, impaired judgment, not recognizing if you are having tablets and all that to take, they don't know. So you require a caregiver. But that to identify that you are suffering itself, it takes 5 to 6, 7 years. Because generally villages and all that, I was there in a primary health center, that's where they will never think it is a disease. Memory is there today, you remember something, tomorrow you don't remember. So it is very difficult to acknowledge the fact. I told U.T. Kadir, our honorable minister, because it's primary health centers and all that, here we may talk in English, Alzheimer's and all that, fine. Well, as in the villages the same thing happens, there is no recourse to it. Only the primary health centers, through the government, something can be done. Here, problems with abstract thinking, misplacing things. Now she is keeping her clothes in the fridge. That is again your gold and all that you will keep in the deep freeze in the fridge, because you will think that is the most secure part, because fridge you think is a cupboard and then your inner deep freeze you will think is the innermost. These are the symptoms. Now if you are a normal person, slowly they do this, then only you will come to know. Changes in mood, changes in personality, loss of initiative, common behavioral changes, aggression, anger, agitation, bathing and hygiene. So there again your caretaker is a must. Sleeplessness and sundowning. Sundowning is whenever the evening sets in, persons with this suddenly become violent, aggressive and all that, suddenly the mood changes. Confusion and memory loss, delusions, hallucinations, false accusations, paranoia, withdrawal, hiding, misplacing things, hostility, incontinence, judgment, medication mismanagement, mood changes, nutrition, repetition, safety, sexually inappropriate behavior. See, here I had met one counselor who was in US. It so happened, it's like a movie story. She was an Alzheimer's counselor telling people it's a disease, you should not handle the person like that, you should know it is not the person acting, it's the disease acting and all that. Such a tragedy that her father had it here. So the father started addressing her as his wife. First she was shocked. She said, what Father Yenu knew? So then she was telling me, see, it was easy for me to advise, but when it happened to me, I was shocked. But then she realized and says, then the father cools down and he said, okay, he responds like a wife, or say the name, wife in the sense, you will call the daughter by his wife's name. Then another incident she said, like he was 75 and her mother was 69. If they are going, he's a very respected bank officer, if they are going on an auto, she stopped, there was an auto driver is a young guy. He said, look at him looking at her. No, send him away. 69-year-old mother, the wife of this gentleman, he is totally psyched at the auto driver. Then what she did, she told, okay, she left that auto and an old auto driver. When the auto driver was old, okay, you go in that. She said, that is the way I had to handle. She could not believe it, that her father could have that. But these are the inappropriate behavior, wandering, restlessness, physical, verbal output, irritability, baby talk, losing interest, something is wrong, like that suspicion, mood swings, complex thought process, frustration, embarrassment, drug side effects, sleep deprivation. Communicating with person with Alzheimer's, this is just mind blowing. You see that. Most of the time we talk, our communication is by words. Here, what percentage of communication is actual use of words? 7%. Imagine, it is only 7% is your verbal communication. What percentage tone of voice? See how delicate it is. If you say, come, you eat. You didn't eat. How many times I have to tell you? Immediately you will rebel. Tone of communication. What percentage of communication is body language and gestures? 55%. Just imagine. Your words have no value. So your body gestures, 55%. So you have to change as a caregiver. You have to change. Tips for communication. Approach from the front. Get the person's attention before speaking. Move slowly, gently. Establish, maintain eye contact. See, this is all actually normal human behavior. Identify yourself. Smile. Normal, it is not just dealing with them, with anyone. Give brief one-step directions and break down tasks. Keep tasks simple and manageable. Ask question replying only yes or no. Don't ask complicated questions. Praise the success and emphasize the positive. Be patient and reassuring. Allow plenty of time for response. Familiar words. Minimize noise and distraction. Remain calm if the person with dementia becomes agitated. Just take a break and try again later. Maintain a comfortable distance. Use demonstration. Validate the person's feelings. Talk to the person as an adult. Now generally we take them for granted and we converse with ourselves like they are not existing. Be repetitive and consistent. Keep your own stress to a minimum. This is what that lady suffered, the 5-star daughter. Speak in a conversational rate. Enunciate clearly. Use concrete terms and avoid sarcasm. See, this is what we say. Once we get used to them, because we can't communicate with them as normal persons, we become sarcastic. Communicate in easygoing, pleasant manner. Be their best friend. Things to avoid. Well, arguing. I was reading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This is the same thing. Now, whatever they said, arguing, the best way to win an argument, Dale Carnegie says, is to avoid it. Because you can never win an argument. Even if you win it, the other person does not agree. You may technically win it. So, as a human being, you need to improve. Now, this is a challenge. If you have a person affected by this, ordering or parent talk, speaking louder, avoid all this, quizzing, long explanation, reasoning, speaking about the person as if she is not existing, taking down or baby talk, obvious frustration, taking it personally. This is what we have to work on ourselves. The other person is as well as gone. No matter how hard we try, we cannot bring back the person with Alzheimer's short-term memory. We can, however, take hold of the long-term memory, the earlier memory, and by showing albums and all that, and get them back. When they are looking for their mom, we need to tell them their mom is getting groceries. We had a case, one lady, at 4 o'clock, she gets up and she wants to milk the cow. They were lifelong she was doing. As they grow old, they sold the property, they come, they are living in a flat. But at morning 4 o'clock, she gets up and says, she is going to milk the cow. Now, at home, they will shout, what foolish thing you are telling, you are in a flat, where is the cow and what is this? Whereas, the way to tell it, if it is, Leela is her name, she can tell her daughter, Sushila, Howda, she'll say, and then she'll sleep. Instead of telling where you are, why have you come, don't you know it's a flat, where is the cow and all. You just tell her that her daughter has gone and she will rest and she will go to sleep. So those are the type of techniques we need to learn. By giving answers that make sense to them, they are able to relax. We don't like doing this because we feel we are lying to them. See, this is where we have to work on it. We are not lying. It may be your mother or your father. You need not feel guilty that you are lying, but that is the only way to handle them. The bottom line is there is no reasoning with them. You will not be able to make them live your reality. You see, it is not possible. Never. It's a terminal, one directional, unidirectional disease. You can fight until you are blue in the face, but one way or other they will win in the end. Live their reality, not yours. Can you narrate one common scene scenario? I told you this morning, now me and Richard Schrader, when we had a huge launch in YMCA, all the newspapers carried it, so we had a call from one lady. Young lady, then I called Richard, me and he went to her house, then her father, now this lady is a mod lady, Muslim lady, young girl. Then this gentleman came with track pants and all that and shook hands, and then I told him, Gerardine D'Souza is Richard Schrader. First thing he asked is, are you a Muslim? Huh? Gerardine D'Souza, Richard Schrader, and he's asking, are you a Muslim? I said yes. Because I didn't know anything about Alzheimer's, but Richard Schrader had told you should not disagree. So something, this is my first encounter with someone, so I was not talking, but he asked me this question, so what am I to say? If I say no, then there will be a different argument. So then Richard was talking to this lady who is from California, young lady. And it was a different culture, like she hugged and all, being a Muslim and all that. We were surprised. She came, receiving us only was by hugging and all that. She was a long time in California. But this morning I received a call from her uncle and I saw her mail has come. It is 2 years back. Now that gentleman, her father, has gone to a worse stage. So that experience, what we could say, but what can I say? Tragically or what? Incidentally, it happened to be today only. I am getting, after 2 years, I am getting a call from her uncle and mail from her. Same thing. That was my first case where the person was talking like that. Well, as when Richard told her it is terminal, and they started crying, and it was a very tragic thing. Non-drug approaches, music, dance, animal health therapy, art, religious activities, storytelling, massage, relaxing, calm environment, physical exercises, adequate rest. Join a support group. That is it. Join Mangalore Alzheimer's Association. Tips. Keep a record book, calendar, environmental restructuring, encourage conversation. Reminiscence therapy means your old memory, try to show your old albums, try to get back. Avoid getting lost. Richard is to tell me there is a huge premises, facilities. They used to have mock bus stand systems. These people will run from the main building and go and sit in the bus stand, waiting for the bus to come. Whereas that bus stand is a mock bus stand within the compound. Then the ward boys to go pick them up and bring them back. Because those facilities and all we can't do here, because here Alzheimer's is not a concern, because our country is having so many other liabilities. Self-care, driving. How can citizens of Mangalore make city of dementia friendly? How can one help families with Alzheimer's disease? This is it. It's a nice experience that you people have come together. When cure ends, care begins. That is what. This is what MA is doing, Mangalore Alzheimer's established. We have got 24-hour helpline. We have volunteers. We have social media on Facebook. If you go, there's Mangalore Alzheimer's Association page, which even this now today, or whatever pictures and all are clicked, we will put there. And this will create, it's an international thing. We have Anuj Bhatnagar, Dr. Anuj Bhatnagar, who is a fellow in Johns Hopkins, huge in geriatrics. He was a student here of Dr. Prabha, but later he has reached that level. Richard Schrader is in Seattle, he is in touch every day. Inaugurated World Alzheimer's Day in Udupi. Now the reach has increased. Talk on TV, radio already, all that he told in my introduction. That mental disease, that concept will go away if we start talking. Avarige huchu, marlu, all that if they say, they will not, family won't seek assistance. Create awareness, talk by professionals. All that we are doing now, all talking to all this. Now even today we are addressing this year, we are creating, we have got coordinated with all hospitals, Father Mullers, KMC, AJ and all that. Government of course having our local health minister, dear friend, so we are in touch always. Active aging, now there are 10 to 12 associations, active aging, where they will have mental as well as physical exercise. Reach out to the interior villages, I told you that. Already conducted talks at Kotekar, so I was there in a primary health center. So in Kannada, Konkani and all that I have communicated, so there is a huge reach. We plan to build a special facility with support from all sources, gated community like how it is in US, dementia village. So there is already one, Mr. Zaid Hussain has already told there is a place and all that. Huge response from society. We have a website. Let us remember those who can't remember. So my friends, I would like to narrate one thing. There was one gentleman, a senior person, who had a cut on his finger, so he goes to a hospital. And every now and then he is looking at his watch. So the nurse asks him, "What, sir, you seem to be in a hurry?" He says, "No, I have to have breakfast with my wife." She says, "You are at this age, you are very romantic." As he tells her, from 5 years she doesn't know who I am. She is suffering from Alzheimer's. Say, "Oh, then you can go anytime, do as you wish." As he tells her, "But I know who she is. She does not know me, but I know who she is." So that, dear friends, is the only way we can reach out. Unconditional love if we don't have, the best quality in us comes out. When the other person does not act smarter than you, you know that person is gone, is not in a position. So I generally feel, I always observed it, however cruel, however the person is, including me, I was not this way. When I'm there, a little change is bound to happen when you see these people, when it happens. So we have to be blessed and fortunate that we are not having that, or our family people are not having, because it is worse than anything. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. I conclude here. Thank you.
Dharmaji.
I have a question.
Yes, sir. I will sit and answer.
Progression can be avoided.
But there is another thing, genes ಅಂತ ಸಹ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲಿ. Genes ಅಂತ
ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋ ಹೊರಟದ್ದು forgetfulness, is it a pain or boon? Both are.
Forgetfulness is a normal process.
I will make it very clear.
Alzheimer's is not a normal process, it's a disease. Brain ನಲ್ಲಿ irreversible.
Alzheimer's ನಲ್ಲಿ one
Forgetfulness ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಏಜ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಮರೆತು ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ.
Forgetfulness is also a part of the Alzheimer's disease.
No. Alzheimer's, in hippocampus, it affects the hippocampus first. Alzheimer's ಬಂತಂದ್ರೆ hippocampus is the place where memory ಇರುವ ಜಾಗ, ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಇದು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ತಾಗಿದಾಗೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ರೋಗ. ಈಗ
ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅರ್ಧರಾತ್ರಿಗೆ ಎದುರು ನಗೋಕ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇದೇನು ಆಗ ನೆನಪು ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. ಐ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಕಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಟ್. It is an Alzheimer's.
No, sir.
Forgetfulness.
Psychiatry, ಅವರು psycho. ಅಲ್ಲ
ಆಯ್ತು.
ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್
ಟೈಮ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಈಗ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನೆನಪು ಬರೋಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಶಂಕಪುಷ್ಟಿ ಅದು ಇದು ದಾನಿತು ಏನು ನೋಡಿ ಅದು ನಿಜವಾಗಿಯೂ ಅದು ಮರವೇ ಇಲ್ಲಾನೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಏನು
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಅದು ಬ್ರಾಹ್ಮಿ ಗಿಮ್ಮಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಸ್ ದ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಡೂ ವಿತ್ ದ ಡಿಸೀಸ್. ಇದು ರೋಗ.
ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದು ಬ್ರೈನಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತಹ ಅಲ್ಝೈಮರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ಫುಲ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ನೆನಪು ಬರದೇ ಇರೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಬ್ರೈನಿನ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಬ್ರೈನಿನ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ನೆನಪಿರೋಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಶಂಕಪುಷ್ಪಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದಾನು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಕೆಲವು ಸಲ ಉದ್ದೇಶಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳದೆ ಮನದೇ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಈ ಕೈದಿಗಳು ಅವರು ಇವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಮನೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನಲಿ ಹಿ ಇಸ್ ಅವಾಯ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಶನ್.
ಅದು ಸಿ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೈಕ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ ಅಂಡ್
ಅಲ್ಲ,
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಲವ್ ಅಫೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹುಚ್ಚಿಡಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಸರಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸೈಕಲಾಜಿಕಲ್. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್. ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ರೋಗ ಎಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ.
ರೋಗವೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು
ಸೈಕಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸಸ್. ಲವ್ ಅಫೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇದಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಸೂಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಸೈಕಲಾಜಿಕಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸ್.
Last question. Last.
Alzheimer's hereditary disease.
There is a chance. Genes are going through.
It affects only senior citizens.
Yes, at 65 there is a chance, but after 80, 1 in 4, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ at 65 1 in 10 ಇದ್ರೆ in 4 in 10 ಆಗ್ತದೆ when you are 80. Age, it is mostly age related. ಈಗ ಯೂತ್ ಆನ್ಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಈಗ ಶುರು ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಏಜ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಕನ್ಕಷನ್, ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ.
One famous example, Ronald Reagan.
Yes.
One, it will affect only developed countries or only this?
You are right. Because today more is in developed countries. I again don't agree because there may not be much survey done in our interiors really. Whereas only education is more, so it is more survey prakara, it is more in developed.
It strikes only rich and educated people or poor and...
There is diet ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಉಂಟು. You are right. In Germany they are telling ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ Dr. Becker was telling me. It is compared to India, it is much more abroad. Yes sir, you want.
Yeah.
To know about the test, you said
Test ಅಂತ ಉಂಟು.
find out
How ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು simple test ಉಂಟು.
dementia or only a little bit
Brain level ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, after 60 they told me in KMC ಅಲ್ಲಿ they have simple test. 1-30 minutes test ಉಂಟು, simple question, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. So if you are a little weak, there are exercise for that, which ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ muscle develop ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ. That is happening. Yes, gentlemen.
ಸೇಮ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಈಗ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಆ ರೀತಿದು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್
So this
ಟೆಸ್ಟ್
is the
ಇದೆ.
psychological means it's a test. They'll ask you questions.
Okay.
That's how they will know how your brain, this machine,
Okay.
how this machine is responding.
Right.
So they have test there.
One more question.
Yeah.
You said alcohol and okay, once you take from one peg to another peg and suddenly you don't feel like eating and go to sleep and that deteriorates your brain or
Yes.
whatever it is. Okay, now my question is, you have enough drinks and in good meal, is there lesser chances of getting
Yes, I am. See, this is what I am quoting Dr. Ravish Tunga. He
Okay.
said drinking first. He said is good. There is a thing. If it is 30 and all, it is good. There is a research. Whereas no one stops at 30. You have excess and you don't eat.
Yeah.
His thing was that if you don't eat, then there are other reactions happening. So the corollary from that is if you eat, I should say it negates that. So you will not. You drink a lot and eat a lot, no problem.
First you have to eat.
This depression drugs, do they increase the chance of dementia?
Yes. Yes. But it is coming under reversible. That is under reversible dementia. In there we saw depression is one among the causes.
Causes, yeah.
Yes, but it is under reversible. Vitamin, alcohol, this all reversible. When you stop it, you can reverse it. Whereas once you are diagnosed as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, that is one-way traffic.
And these medicines, you said medicines relating to heart and all that.
Medicines are only temporary. It is not a cure. It's not a cure. There is no cure at all.
Is there a relation between sleep and
Alzheimer's, like quality sleep, how long you sleep.
Yes. There, see, that was one among the things. Sleeplessness. So that
Early ages, suppose if you don't sleep for 7 hours, 8 hours over a period of time.
would not be directly to Alzheimer's. But that has its effect. I read a 42-year-old man who was running like that, he was a huge achiever. He just died of heart attack because of 5 hours of sleep. He was sleeping only 5 hours, is it? So that wouldn't be Alzheimer's, but that is bad for him.
It's not an infectious disease.
No, sir, absolutely no.
Okay.
Gentlemen, we have been hearing
Good response.
Engineer Gerardin a vivid talk on Alzheimer's dementia.
You can tell him as the person, so the talk, so nice.
Yes. So he has been very active in this field once MA was formed. If you look at the page MA, you can see the various activities day in and day out they are carrying out. So we have been fortunate to have him here today.
You can also
And,
add one more word, Ma, M-A-A,
Yeah.
also equal to Hindi or Kannada, Ma, Tai.
Yes, Ma. That is the first affection we have.
Love.
So I happened to see one Malayalam movie which also the hero becomes a victim to this Alzheimer's dementia. So and now I realize that I should also go for a memory test in KMC because I crossed that 60 years. So we should all associate with this association and give support. That is one idea of bringing him here. Noble cause, yes. So as a token of our appreciation, I would call upon that pink shirt man. I find him to be the youngest in the crowd to come over here, introduce yourself and give the memento.
Good evening everyone. Myself Dr. Ramchandra CG, working as a professor in head Mechanical Engineering Department, Srinivas Institute of Technology. Basically I am from Mysore. I am working in this institution for past 10 years. Thank you.
Lot of thanks. On behalf of the Institution of Engineers, Mangalore Local Center, Institution of Valuers, Mangalore Branch and Kodagu Dakshina Kannada and Udupi Engineers Association, I thank Engineer Gerardin D'Souza for his excellent talk on Alzheimer's dementia. Thank you, sir. And I thank members on the dais and members present here and ladies and gentlemen.
Engineer come doctor.
Same thing they told me in Udupi also. Well, as doctor is here, he is engineer doctor, he is engineer doctor.
You are doctor engineer.
Thank you, sir. And also, I thank press and media people for coverage. Thank you, one and all. Thank you. And finally, I wish Mangalore Alzheimer's Association for their excellent work.
All of you to go back after having the dinner. Meanwhile, the members of the Institute of Engineers India have a short program that is annual general body meeting. So members be seated.